little roly-poly. Roly-poly. Okay. So, what were you doing with him?
We were just kind of going over, I'm trying to keep him going around me without me getting busy. But he's got that now because I learned that all I have to do is kiss him now when he gets back there. So he knows that, because I think when he gets out of my sight, he's a little bit worried about, like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, and the pressure's off.
Yeah.
So that it's not uncommon at all for them to stop behind you.
But he's gotten better. I would assume there will come a time where I don't have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for now, it's fine. I just kissed him. So we were just doing that. Because that was something we had a terrible time. The minute he got out of my eyesight, he would just stop.
Yeah.
He would try and kneel.
Yeah, that's not uncommon at all. So, he's not doing anything that's special.
No.
Right, Joey? Not doing anything special. Not doing anything special. Okay.
So that's what we were doing. Like I said yesterday, they had like this whole tambourine thing. And it became a big, it was more of a game for me and them. And it was fun. I was laughing at them. Of course, he would like to kick the butt. They would just keep going again.
Isn't it funny how much energy he can have when it's not being asked of him?
I wish I would have videotaped it. He was full blast.
Silly.
Listen to this sometimes. It's so sad.
So he's been learning the traveling circle though, right? So
Yes.
He's doing fancy. Okay, well, let me see that. Maybe we'll add the trot to it. So you plan to just stay in a straight line and he does all the work. That was better. Okay. She's never liked circus. Okay, so let's see if we can add the trot to it because the trot will get him out on the... So, part of what's happening there is your speed of trying to change hands behind you actually yanks on him. So you actually pull on his nose towards you from behind you. Okay, Pot. You don't like doing that? Is that your problem? He's like super large. He's like exceptionally large. Like he's not cresty, but edges. Exceptionally broad. Yeah, even with even with people. Okay. So when I ask for it, I almost grab it when it's way over here. Because what's happening is when you get right here, you go like this. And that automatically pulls him. He's on the circle and you're pulling him in right there. I'm learning to be more conscious of what I feel like so that I can better explain if I do it. So just kind of like let your arm wrap around behind you and then take it from your other side. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Definitely better. I understand that way better. Yes. Now let's see if we can get him to trot so he actually makes a circle. Because what's happening is he's just kind of walking 12 feet away from you, 10 feet away from you. He's not really circling. Okay. To create your space. So with the other, it's going to be a little bit tougher. I want you to, you start to have an attitude, but you're good. So now you're going to create your space. Okay? Because he needs to utilize all of the space. So like when you're increasing your walk, you're going to increase your space with him. Gotcha.
How about behind you? Oh, that's better.
Okay, my bad. I got in the way there. That was my fault. Don't get mad at him for that. Okay. Good boy. You can even let him look at the whip so he's not thinking it's negative. He wanted to look at it. Okay. So all you're going to do is, this is just to encourage cutting in that it doesn't even look like a circle. And when he gets out here, he's just going like next to you.
Next to me.
So we want him to actually believe that he's supposed to be using the whole line,
Alright.
and you're just gonna and I put it at like the girth, between the girth and the big barrel part of the ribs. I don't go beyond the big, like, so I don't go down the curve. I'm sorry. So, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. Look, I'm just want to show something. You're okay. You want to step back up? Here.
Okay, where that little point is.
Yeah, don't go any past here, and like these dots. Don't go any closer than these dots. I suppose. I know.
It says I'm not mad. Alright, so I'm going to stay here so that I can use that post as a guide.
Okay. You need to get like a little kid bucket or something, little metal bucket or something, so you just keep putting the glass in there. Because I don't like finding it in my pockets. There you go. Yep. His ears came forward almost like he's grateful for the more information. He doesn't seem nearly as nasty as he's been seeming. As soon as he has more information, his ears go up. So it's your job. You can't learn it unless you're particular about it. There you go. And it's just a communication. That there is way too far in. Little delayed there. There is too close again. There you go. There you go. There it is. Hey, look at how much happier he looks. Oh, good boy. So when we get up here, just go ahead and yield him gently. See if we can get a nice friendly yield out of him. Good boy. So interestingly enough, when you were doing it when it was mildly confusing to him, he was pissy as hell. Until we had the stick in our hand, he was pissy as hell. Once we started saying, I need your body to utilize all this space, all of a sudden he's like, well, now that makes sense. Now he was much happier. Oh, you're a good boy. All right, we'll have him travel the other way. Follow him around the circle if you need to. Yep, because he's just asking there. Good. Good. He just didn't have enough information. He's not mad when you give him the information. Good boy. Even that, he wasn't mad, he just got confused. confused. Good boy. Did you gently yield him again? Good boy. No, that was beautiful. He was right up. Good boy. Yeah, it seems, and that might be his problem, is that he spent so much time with not enough information. But that's why he was always so mad. Because when I first got here, he was beyond mad. Now, just the simple thing of saying, I need you to use all the space, he's just like, well, then that makes sense. Because otherwise you were nagging at him, but he didn't know why. Also helping you not accidentally pull him in and then be mad at him for coming in. Good boy. Let's see. I'm going to take it up a notch, because I'm happy with that. Okay. We're going to travel to the middle. We're going to change directions, travel back. And then in that pattern, we'll stay going all the way to the far end. I don't know if we could change, maybe we could change directions at each end. I'm trying to think how. I want to do it in the middle is because it just gives him more room in case he has a problem with it, as opposed to against the rail. Maybe I'll use the blocks and I'll make you like kind of a traveling arena. So this way you can go where you can change directions wherever you want, and it's not going to be that complicated for him. Okay, let's just start to move it. No, it's okay. I'll put these under something because they're blowing around. Well, I only need 2 blocks actually. So your traveling circle now is going to be, you're going to stay, so he's going to keep doing a circle here, keep doing a circle here, you're going to go around, you can go around, you can go around, and we're going to pick a spot.
So you want him to go around these blocks.
So this is just, you're going to just, so it's just, I don't know, I just use this a guide for you to stay here. So you're considering that like the center of the arena, and you're going to travel the rail, but I don't want you to get him so close to the rail that you get him into trouble. And then maybe when you get blocks down there, go ahead and do a change of direction and then come back this way. We're going to just keep using the space. So however, whether you do a full circle before you get there and change directions and come back, you're going to, basically what we're going to do is we're going to try to keep them at a trot and see if we can even keep them at a trot in the change of direction. But the idea is you're going to keep traveling even after you change directions, and you're just going to travel on.
This side and down that side.
Yeah.
That's sort of just
Yeah, that's just to mark where you go, like, I don't know, this cone to mark you, say, you don't come through the center and show yourself how to do a circle. You're gonna go, so you're gonna, Yeah, so it's like a track. And he's just going to keep circling you. And even if you want, you could ask him for a change of direction here. And then you can still keep going. You don't have to change. You don't physically have to change. You can just change him. He can just then circle you. Then maybe when you get down here, change him. He can just keep, you know, so he's the only one that's got to change directions, not you. And then your goal is just to keep this path. Instead of back and forth, you're going to go in a big circle or a big oval. Be careful how much you back up, because you're going to draw him in if you back up. The only time I want you to back up is when you're going to ask him for the change of direction. Otherwise, it's not going to make sense. So now, if you were to back up and do a change of direction, now it will make sense. Good. Good job. But don't back up again. Don't back up. Don't back up. Try not to back up. Yep. Good boy. Did you gently hind yielding? Good boy. That's way better. So now your options are, you can do one full circle, change directions, one full circle, change directions, one, you know, and add that. And then the next thing that we would do to up it again would be we would put the canner in it, but we wouldn't do change of directions with the canner. Because he won't be able to, if he doesn't know flying any changes, even though he knows I'm sure by himself, but he won't understand. Change direction, one circle, change direction, one circle, and then you're, focal point. So every time he crosses here, like he leaves from here, when he crosses here, change direction. Here he crosses here, change direction. So that way he can do one full circle, or you can do two full circles if that makes it easier. Good boy. I'm not really hating this. This feels pretty good. Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have a bad attitude about it at all. Don't get too far ahead of him. It'll cause him to change direction. There you go. That's nice. how you accidentally pulled on him there.
I did.
Good boy. Good. Watch if the stick doesn't end up in front of it. If the stick ends up in front of him, you won't know what to do. Good boy. Good boy.
Pretty change.
Good boy. Good. So, I'm actually going to have you try to gently high yield him when he lowers his head again. You're going to teach him about putting his head down. Because he's offering it, so we might as well use it. He's offered it like 3 times already. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good, fun way, engaging way to get you 20 minutes of exercise. Yes. He's not eating. Way better than mindless circles. Yeah, and the only thing that you are kind of getting him close. Good boy. Yeah, breathe it out. So now what I'd like to do is I'd like to reward every time he puts his head down. And how I want you to reward that instead of behind yield, which we can actually get a snotty reaction, because we want this to be a reward. I'm just going to have you back up when he lowers his head. And I mean lowers his head below his knees, like where he puts his head down to his nose down to his fetlocks. And because he offered it now about 4 times. You were right when he did it there. It was the right time to stop him. But here's the thing: is that I'm happy with it though, because otherwise, if you were quick, he would get offended.
True.
So that's why I'm even saying, like, we'll just do a nice gentle, because when you do your nice gentle backup for you change the direction, he checks in with you. He's friendly about it. He's not, oh yeah, right? So, oh boy, I know.
I think he gets a little bit, not offended, but he gets a little bit,
Well, sometimes you get a stick out in front of him, which will cause him to not know what he's supposed to do. So one or two times he kind of thought to change direction, and that's not what you were asking for. But that was because the stick was unfortunately out in front of him.
he's actually, getting better since.
Yeah. Well, there were a couple times where I was about to say something because you were allowing him to not do it anymore, and we, usually if you try to fix something and you do have good results, you don't want to revert back. Yeah, like because if you keep him using the whole circle, he's a lot happier because he understood it. Good boy, I know, crazy. So we're gonna, because I was gonna say we have our options. We can now add that where we're gonna start to release on the head down. Because I think we taught him the head down, but I don't think we taught it to him on the circle. We taught him on the circle, and he didn't really get the, like, he's not pretty good at it, I suppose. So he can learn it the way that I mentioned to you. I used to, just the air got me. Man. I used to teach them for finding it on their own, as opposed to actually telling them to put their head down and then doing it how we did it with him. So he can learn it the way I taught in the old days, the way I taught it. So by saying, that's right, every time he lowers his head, then he'll gradually start offering it more. And then once he offers it more, then you're going to let him a longer stretch before you reward it. So then you're going to start playing a little bit with timing to be like, yeah, that's great. I love that you're doing that. Can you just do it a little bit longer? Ah, that's great. Right? So you're going to just keep gradually trying to build your circle. But don't get too greedy. Like, don't go from head down, you've been rewarded, to, okay, now I expect you to do a whole circle, because now you're getting greedy. So head down 3 more strides would be almost greedy even. Okay? But head down 2 more strides, that's right. Then next time, head down 4 strides, that's right. Before you know it, you have half your circle. And the idea is to keep building, but if he starts to get lost, if he's not understanding if that's what he's being rewarded for, then you have to go back to smaller bites.
So when I'm talking away, what am I expecting him to do with that thing?
You're supposed to just come in and ask, and then just give him the impression that he's done. Yep. Because I think if we hind yield him, we're going to put a different person. I don't want to. Because his hind yield's gotten way nicer. I mean, just even today when I first got here, he had that whole arch going, and come on, buddy, we gotta get past this. But his hind yield so far in this process here, he's actually like, hey, he comes in soft and his ears are up. So I don't want to. I do too. Yeah. And like I said, once we told him to utilize the whole circle, he understood it even more. I think he was having a hard time with the hold, with the jumble of the rope behind you, and then being told he was wrong for listening to that. So then he was back in his teenager slamming the door, blasting the stereo mode again. Yeah. So I want to do a good job. I just need all the information. Okay. Now, if he lowers his head, where his nose is definitely below his knees, good. I wouldn't have taken that because he offered it, not only offered it when you didn't ask for it, but he offered it with an attitude. Don't get too far ahead of him as far as you don't want to cut him off. If you cut him off, he'll change direction. Now we're not going to change directions. We're going to just look. No, we're just going to look for the head down. Careful how much you back up, because backing up's what's drawing him in.
Yep, it's pulling him.
You're better off stopping and just pivoting in place than you are backing up. There you go. You see how you took that couple backup steps and he went, oh, in? If he doesn't offer it again, we'll try doing the change of directions again and see if the change of directions, there you go. No, it's okay, he thought about it. Okay. Thought about it there too, darn it. Oh man, he thinks about it. Careful about running them into the rail. You're not giving them any choice where to go. You're thinking about it.
You try to change direction.
Oh, you offered it right there. It's okay. We might have to take the little offers. They may not give us the full thing again. There, back up, back up, back up. Oh, beautiful. Oh, good boy. He's not going to make the connection this time. So you'll see to make that connection when they get that break after doing something. And it wasn't bad timing. It would have been sad timing if he hadn't done it the second time. When he, because he didn't respond the first time he offered, he raised his head back up and then he offered again, and then you were ready. So try to be ready. You just got lucky that he did it twice. But I don't want to miss too many of them because he's not going to keep offering. No, he has, in order to get it, we have to respond at the same time that he's offering. And if he offers right away, stop him. Like if he offers right now, then you're going to back up and let him stop again. And this will be good for him to get stretched out too, to have this particular exercise where it makes sense that he's going to go around with his head down. So thinking about it, it did help changing direction, so go ahead and keep doing that. It helped him find it when you're changing direction. There. Good boy. Good boy. Tell him he did a good job if he thinks he's wrong. Good boy. He's gonna get it. And he's probably gonna get it quicker than I'm expecting him to. As long as your timing stays where you're definitely, where he feels he's being allowed to come to a stop. Feel. You can take a feel so he knows that he's in any way be jerky about it, because then he'll get offended. Yep. So then you're just gonna let him kind of hit the end of the line and then just gently guide him inward. But yeah, the change of direction. Yeah, like so if he drops his head right there, you're just gonna be like this. And just keep going straight back till he comes in with you. It doesn't matter if you don't stay there. You could end up way over there before he finally gets. Because as soon as he lowers his head, you're gonna release him by saying, "Yeah, come with me. That was great." It used to take a long time to teach it this way, but I used to like teaching it this way because I felt like they truly, it was like a group session where they figured it out on their own. Oh boy, what a nice crossover that was. Yeah. Don't get him against the fence. Little wild child there. Yep, don't get ahead of him, because you get ahead of him, that's why he gets confused. He's about to offer it. Good. Alright, you're too late. Yep. About to offer it. I'll take it. No, but he thought to offer it a couple times and then he over in his head. But that's nice that he's standing there like that. Like he almost like he's saying, oh, it's about